Board Member Bopak.
Here.
Board Member Langston.
Here.
Board Member Hennings.
Here.
Board Member Carnahan.
Here.
Board Member Conti.
Here.
Vice Chair Overway.
Here.
Chairman Dugal.
Here. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes, review the minutes? Yes. Any questions, comments?
Motion to approve minutes is written.
Second. Motion approved.
All those in favor?
Pardon? Yeah, oh, sorry. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes. Mr. Fry.
Mr. Lovett asked me if he could sell vehicles in the parking lot. I said, no, sir, I'm not able to authorize that. He said, any way around that? I said, yes, sir, you can apply for a variance. That's why we're here tonight. Variances typically don't come before the planning board, but because this is in the overlay, it is required to come to the planning board for a recommendation to be sent to the commission. Mr. Lovett is here tonight. If you have any questions, he or I will do our best to answer them for you.
Does the, I know there's a pad out there now, so you're gonna use that pad or can I add on to it or what?
And so the development was done quite a while back. I want to say somewhere between 2005 and 2008. From what I understand, they're going to use the existing area. This is an aerial photo of the project or of the site.
As I understand it, the Grease Pro is currently an unauthorized land use as it is that correct?
And so the overlay district also would prohibit vehicle maintenance or a shop of some kind. But this was developed prior to the overlay being adopted.
So it was technically grandfathered in.
It is a non-conforming use.
It is a non-conforming use. And so granting the variance would be a continuation of that non-conforming use.
I would consider them two different things.
In what way?
All right, so they were doing something where the code changed and said you can't do that there anymore. Okay, so now they're asking to do something that the code says they're not allowed to do. It's not after the fact.
Not after the fact. Okay.
If we approve a variance, is it to the LLC or to the property? So does that variance carry on in perpetuity?
It could be contingent, but I would say to the property.
No, good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That is an excellent question.
So we're changing, being asked to give a variance to a piece of property and changing the overlay district, basically.
Yeah.
No matter what happens in the future.
The car wash staying.
Can I speak to that or is that?
Yeah, you can.
It's okay.
Thank you.
My name's Aaron Lovett. I'm the owner of the real estate and owner of Grease Pro. Thank the planning board for meeting and giving us an opportunity to do this. I'm glad he said the dates of 06 or 08 because I thought it'd been almost 20 years since we've been there. And we have really, there's been this perception about oil changes and car places that sell stuff that's bad. And we have really, in all of our locations, made it an effort to look first class. And we really, we did that with this location here on Tundra Parkway, and after the storm, we totally rebuilt it again. and really tried to give it a professional. It was one of the first ones we rebuilt after the storm. Every one of my stores got damaged, every one of them. Every garage door we had got blown out, including that one, all 6 doors. And that was one of the first ones we got up and running to get it back up and looking well. That car wash building is not a car wash. We use it as a one-base service center to work on. That's not working for us. We tried it right there. We're going to take that building down regardless. It's coming down. We want to be able to put some cars across there and display them. I think my reputation in Callaway has been good. I've not had any issues with anybody. We've tried to be first class, look first class. And when I put cars and trucks out there, it's going to look first class. It's not going to be on a gravel parking lot or a grass lot. It's going to be just like it is in a concrete. It's going to look good. But it would help us utilize that space. That's a big lot. I didn't realize how big that lot was until we rebuilt it after the storm and all the space we've got. So I need to utilize that for something else. And the car and truck sales fits great with what we're doing. It's working. We're doing it in Glen Haven. It's working. We're doing it in Chipley, and it's working. Both of them are first-class lots. They look professional. And that's what we would do here. Did I answer your question, or did I get carried away on something else?
You did. You said the building.
But yeah, the intention would be to take the car wash building down. Yes, it would. It's fine. That people won't come in, get their oil changed, and they want their tires rotated, but they see we're going to take it to that other building, and they got to walk over there. It's just the way people are there. It's not working. And so we can't, it's not very efficient like it is. Whereas our other ones are working well. We will clean that up and take it down.
Are you gonna bring vehicles in already ready to go and sell, or are you gonna fix them up there?
No, sir, they will not be fixed. They're only there to display them, to sell them. That's all. We don't have a place to do that kind of stuff there. We would do it, probably at our 77 location where we have a large auto center there, a 9-bay facility. We would do them there, with ones that need to be touched up, cleaned up, stuff like that. Gosh, it's, I got a huge investment right there, and I don't see myself selling it. My oldest son is here. He would be, something happens to me tomorrow, he's gonna be the one, he and his sister running Grease Pro. It's a family business. It's been that way since 1985 when I opened up, so it would stay that way. You know, so obviously if something went bad, you'd have to sell it. You had to, but it would not be a cheap piece of real estate to buy. It would be very expensive to buy. Yeah. Did I answer you, Mr.?
Yes. I'd like noted for the commissioners, if there was another way that we could provide this for Mr. Levitt, but not,
For variance?
I don't know, we have to talk to the lawyer, but.
I like going to Grease Pro myself. It's one of those places that'll take a RV through. And I'm very glad you have high bay doors there to take an RV to.
Thank you.
My biggest concern is the variance itself.
Yeah.
And I wish there was someone you could convince me, because if we grant it for you, we're gonna have to grant it for everybody else too. And I'm just, I mean, it's your property, I understand that. And I'm not sure. Did you hear anything on the comments, Bill, from anybody or anything?
We have not.
Okay.
We've not received any calls or emails or concerns at all on this one. And we did the sign out front, which was out there way beyond requirement, and we mailed out flyers to everybody within 100 feet. You know, plus, we do 100 feet plus, because 100 feet ain't very far at all. Haven't heard anything.
And I'm in agreement. My issue is the property itself. If you're gonna have an overlay district and you're going to establish the requirements for that overlay district, then you really need to abide by. The property was grandfathered in as a non-conforming use. That remains in effect as long as the business remains as it was grandfathered in. Now we're talking about a change. That to me creates a conflict. And we want to provide a variance. That variance, in my mind, raises significant issues and causes me to step back and say, no, sub-district 3 in that overlay, that's getting too far away. I can't support it. I mean, I just can't.
Well, I think we're right on the edge, aren't we? Aren't we just on the edge there, Boat Race Road or somewhere cuts it off? Or
You are
just inside, I think. Yeah.
you are between Cherry and Boat Race, and you are right there on the edge.
Yep.
If you were the other side of Boat Race, I wouldn't give a rip. I mean, honestly, because you would be outside that overlay. But you are right there. You are between the government building and Boat Race. And that area right in there, you have a gas station, you have Arrow, then you have you, and you have the government building.
I think one of the reasons another reason too is we've had citizens wanting us to do something like that, have a car sales. They've seen what we've done at the other two sites. And I would think they're Callaway people or Tyndall people that are stopping in there. You can get some vehicles over here we can look at and buy. So that's another motivating factor. But I understand what you're struggling with. I don't have an answer for the legal part of it. I don't know. I just know what I want to do business-wise and utilize that piece of real estate and its potential.
I'll talk with Ashley tomorrow and get with Kevin, and see if there is, just cross our T's, dot our I's, make sure there's nothing else that can be done.
Bill, what's the procedure if we recommend its approval and
All right, so you can recommend anything you want.
then the commission
All right.
disapproves
Then
it?
the commission will make sure it's legal with our attorney. All right, so I know y'all weren't involved with this one, but we had a variance that passed recently that was very specific with animals. Not only was it particular number, but the names of the animals, and it also had a time limit, et cetera. And all those were contingencies that can be put on this one. So if it's your idea to allow, Mr. Lovett to have vehicle sales there, but in the event he sells the property, the variance does not transfer to the new property owner, then make that recommendation tonight.
I'd like to say that the property is pristine. I got to walk around the property. It's pristine. And I'm with Ted. If we grant this variance, it's in perpetuity forever. If there's some way that we could make it where it's just for this gentleman.
Or the LLC itself.
Correct.
Would transfer to
The owner of the property.
That's fine, but.
The owner of the property at this time, if we could make it so it's that and not forever, I'd be for it. And like Jake said, maybe.
What Bill said is legal, that's the contingencies, if you guys want to say, it would only, if he ever sells his property, it would not carry over to the next owner, then that's 100% legal. That's what he was saying. That's what we do.
That would be fine with me. I mean, yes, I would encourage you to do that. I'll just do that.
So, recommend approval with certain contingencies that the variance does not pass on to the next owner for variance exception in Greensboro A17 South in the Parkway.
Is that a motion?
That's a motion.
Hold on. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this besides the board here? No. Okay. Can I get a motion?
I'd like to make a motion,
You better be very specific on what those.
well, that's a good point.
You want to set a time frame? Do you want to set define it? Yeah, and the only reason why I say that is because you are setting a precedent, and that precedent is one you had best be able to defend, because you are going to be hit with some of these in the future. and you want to know what you did so that you can replicate.
Right.
It's all gonna have to be passed by the main commission anyway.
Yeah, this is just the recommend that it's approved.
We're just giving ideas to the commission. We're not passing anything.
Yeah, I know,
I have a question. If we do it to the LLC and he was to sell the LLC to the new owner,
I don't know, that's why I need a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer.
do that with it still
I
continue
can answer
on?
that one. The LLC will not go to the new owner. That's right. The LLC is what I
It
own.
dissolves.
It's me and my wife own that.
Well, right, but sometimes when people sell businesses, they sell the LLC, FEI, you know what I mean? All that information along with it. And that could pose a problem if they do the
don't
variance
foresee
to the
that.
LLC.
Taking place, not really, I would not sell any LLC.
All right, so LLCs are transferable. So that is a possibility. So I would say recommend that.
I'm gonna recommend we approve the request for variance at 817 South Tyndall Parkway with the caveat that the lawyer advises the commission that it's only good for a current property owner.
I second that.
Roll call.
Board Member Langston,